Hey guys, so Shane here from Laser Gaming. In this video I will be comparing the FAL and the SA-58, two battle rifles in Battlefield Hardline for the Enforcer class. So we're going to get right into this weapon comparison. I'll give you my opinion on which weapon I like most at the end of the video. So we're going to start off with the FAL stats. Now the FAL does 43 maximum damage and 25 minimum damage. Damage drop-off starts at 30 meters, the drop-off ends at 60 meters. Fires at a fast 700 rounds per minute, especially for battle rifles. Has a decent 650 meters per second muzzle velocity. Its reload is 1.8 seconds when there's bullets left, and 2.5 empty reload. Has the highest recoil in the game at 1.3 up, 0.33 left, and 0.35 right. Its first shot multiplier is a very low 1.2, which makes this gun very good for tap firing. And I would definitely recommend putting it into single fire at long range. Now this gun is a deadly at close quarters with its 2-shot potential. If you get a headshot, this gun just melts through people at 700 rounds per minute. And you can switch into single fire, and it's sort of like a DMR at range with its 1.2 first shot multiplier, along with its 4-shot kill at range. This gun is just deadly at a range. Now I really do like this gun. You're going to see right here me tap fire that guy out when I switch into single fire mode. But now we're going to switch over to the SA-58. Now the SA-58 is a very good battle rifle as well, and these two guns are very similar when it comes down to it. Now the SA-58, just like the FAL, does 43 maximum damage and 25 minimum damage. Although its drop-off starts at 20 meters and ends at 50 meters, has a 650 rounds per minute. It's a insanely fast, by far the fastest in the game, 840 meters per second muzzle velocity, which is unrealistic and ridiculously fast, but kind of cool at the same time. Has a 1.8 second reload with bullets left, a 2.5 empty reload, a upwards kick of 1, a kick left of 0.2, and a kick right of 0.4, which means this gun's going to pull right a little, like diagonally right as it goes upwards. Has a very low first shot multiplier of 1.1, so it's hard to notice the first shot multiplier. Right here is just a quick comparison, side by side, the recoil of the FAL and the SA-58 without attachments and with attachments. So first you're going to see the comparison without attachments. Both these guns kick a lot. I'm not going to try to control the recoil in either scenario, just so it gives you an idea of what the base recoil is. And I'll tell you, without attachments, it's quite hard to control. When you put the compensating, the angled grip on, it makes these a lot easier to control. While still, these are very severe recoils. It does make it a lot easier to control, a lot more manageable, but you still have to grind out those first 90 kills in order to get the attachments. Now, when comparing these two guns and making a decision on which gun you should use as your go-to battle rifle, you're going to have to look at these differences between the guns. Now the FAL, we're going to look at the benefits of the FAL first. The FAL has more range. Its damage drop-off doesn't start until 30 meters, where the SA-58 starts at 20 meters. The FAL's drop-off ends at 60 meters, where the SA-58 ends at 50 meters. The FAL has a higher rounds per minute, or rate of fire, at 700 versus the 650 on the SA-58. You might not think this is noticeable, but in close quarters this is very noticeable. The FAL just melts through people. With the SA-58, I don't find it quite the same. The FAL also doesn't pull right. It has a more not easy to control, but like a more stable recoil, as the kick right is 0.35 and the kick left is 0.33, so they sort of even each other out. The FAL just has severe upwards kick. Now the benefits of the SA-58 is that it has a faster muzzle velocity, much faster, at 840 meters per second versus the 650 on the FAL. The SA-58 also has less recoil upwards and left. It has a upwards recoil of 1 versus the 1.3 on the FAL. This is noticeable. The SA-58 is a lot easier to control the upwards recoil. It also has less kick left at 0.2 versus the 0.33 on the FAL. and this first shot multiplier is slightly less. But although it does have less kick, I find that the SA-58 is harder to control. And not really to like keep it steady, but it wobbles a bit, which means your shots aren't going to be as accurate. And in close quarters, those shots can mean the difference between life and death when you're going up against guns like the K10, the MPX, guns in close quarters that will melt you if you make the slightest mistake. Now, the SA-58's kick right is a huge factor, whereas the FAL only has 0.02 kick right when its recoil evens it out. And the upwards kick can be stabilized with an angled grip and a compensator. And in the gameplay you're seeing, I don't have the angled grip. It comes with a compensator, but I don't have the angled grip. So that's also a benefit of the FAL, is that it comes built in with a compensator. So already you're not going to have as much recoil as the stats list says. But personally, I prefer the FAL. I mean, I will definitely trade off the rounds per minute, the bonus rounds per minute, for kick, because I find that the recoil is not hard to control. Just being able to decimate guys in close quarters with that bonus RPM, I just like a lot. And while this gun might not be as good as at long range because of its slower muzzle velocity, I find that 650 is plenty to hold its own at longer ranges. So that's about it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this comparison. I hope this weapon comparison helped you make a decision on which battle rifle either you will be buying, as the FAL is very expensive, although I think it's worth it. But that's about it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe down below for everything Battlefield Hardline. And for everything gaming, stay tuned right here at Laser Gaming. Yeah.